Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team, making the watch list video for Tuesday, October 17th. As you guys can tell, today was another not very good day for the watch list, to say the least. But that's going to happen. Like I keep saying to you guys in the videos, there's up days in the market, down days in the market. Sometimes things just go sideways. Even though the market, I believe, actually went up today and broke all-time highs. Let me just double check. Yeah, it looks like it went up and broke all-time highs again. You can still see these dojis and it's trading sideways. So the watch list again it was terrible today, but it doesn't mean the watch list was terrible. It just means those stocks weren't running like a lot of stocks, and that's why it's extremely important to have a live scanner. That's why we have trade ideas, and that's why you'll see this morning when we were posting the trade room, you'll see we're taking stuff off of trade ideas that was running. So the stocks that were on the watch list weren't running today. That's why, again, trade ideas is awesome. It's the best scanner in the industry. If you'd like to pick up trade ideas, we do have an affiliate link, a partnership link below with a discount of a community discount of 15%. So make sure you click on our affiliate link. We'd really appreciate it, and put in the promo code to receive your discount. But again, that's just a real another reason why having a live scanner is super important, because obviously the scanners pick up on what stocks are moving. So tonight, when I'm making a watch list, it's not going to pick up what's happening tomorrow when the market opens. That's why you'll see, a couple of them on the watch list will be really good, a couple will be okay, and the rest won't really do much of anything. But the same process with trade ideas in the morning. There'll be some that have a bunch of movement going on when the market opens. Many of them won't do anything but collapse, which again is good for shorting if you know how to short. But if you're looking to long, that's where sometimes you might have to wait for the market to open and watch what plays are happening. And then the ones that are on the watch list, you might have to just give some time throughout the morning for them to catch up to break. Sometimes it might take 45 minutes or an hour for something to happen. But in the meantime, a stock on trade ideas could be really flying at the open, and you could make a really great play. So let's look at a couple that I'm going to keep on, and then we'll do the watch list. TRXC. I am going to put this one on the watch list. It's at all-time highs right now, or it has a really big breakout day. At all-time highs. Let's see where it is on the weekly. If I go back here, this thing could have some room to run. So it's starting to break out again on the weekly. Let's take a look on the monthly here if there's anything showing me. Yeah, this thing is it's running. So it's really easy to use risk management on this one. Obviously, if it falls below $3, which is a whole dollar number, that's obviously the big area of support. So if you're going to trade this one, you want to see it break 305. So I'll put an alert there. And I'll just put it at 30. At or above 306. Let's put it at 305. So if it breaks that, obviously, you could potentially stay in the trade. If it falls below 305, huge warning sign to get out. Falls below $3, definitely I would get out. So again, just reiterating what I've been saying in these videos on support and resistance. When an area of resistance gets broken, that now becomes a critical area of support. Okay, it's very, 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 very important to keep an eye on, or to really understand. So when you see these alerts, if price breaks above these alerts that I'm putting in our on our trade alerts, if you get into something and it falls below that alert, well, that's a huge warning sign to potentially get out. You obviously got to watch the patterns and the candlesticks, but actually, as I'm making this video right before close here, now it makes me decide. Look at that. So I'm making this video a couple minutes before close. Now I'm not even going to put this one on the watch list for tomorrow because it was hanging around $3. Now it's not. I don't like it how it's finishing off, so I'm not going to put that on the watch list. So that just goes to show you $3 is a huge psychological area. Let's see if it gets a pop before the close. Let's see. I mean, it is still kind of bullish on the EMAs, but I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to that one. So my point being is once price breaks above a resistance level, that becomes support. If it breaks below that critical support area, then that's something you really want to be careful of, especially around whole and half dollar amounts. Like number one are on whole amounts, and then like a close second would be half dollar amounts, like 50 cents. Whole dollars would be $1, $2, $3, $4, and then 150, 250, 350, 450. When you get in on the other side of a whole or half dollar amount, it's easier to put support right below at those whole and half dollar amounts. Obviously, you got to look at candlesticks too and see previous highs, but a very good gauge is those whole and half dollar amounts. So SW, am I going to put that one on? Kind of traded sideways at the end. Basically, again, this is an inverse head and shoulders if you look at it. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, lots of consolidation, potentially breaking out of this consolidation. You'll see some resistance around that 793 and then right up here in the well, if it breaks above there, like right up in this area up here, right below $9. So $8 and $9, some resistance. You can kind of see this ascending channel here, these higher lows, followed by this kind of top, this wedge kind of area right here. So this might be forming a potential breakout. As you can see, inverse head and shoulders too. So this is definitely one to absolutely watch. This 793, I would probably put, I'm going to change it to $8 just because it needs to break above that whole dollar. I'm going to put it at 7.99, but $8 is very important. You want to see it break and hold $8 for it to confirm a breakout. But if this one breaks above, 769 tomorrow, that's one. If you got in about, you could wait in the anticipation of $8. You can sell before $8, see if it breaks or if it holds. But that $8 is going to be a a huge psychological resistance point. So I will create the alert at or above 769. So again, as you can see, it's forming this kind of flat top area, this lower or higher lows. You want to see it break above here. You can see if it breaks above tomorrow, this could be a potential nice breakout. So, excuse me, let's go into the watch list. We will start with RCON. So I had a huge breakout day here today. And obviously, if this one's going to have continuation, you want to see it break above 259. Let's see where that is in relation to the weekly. Look at that. So it's right at the 200 SMA on the weekly right now. And you'll see this 259. You'll see some resistance around that $3 range-ish. So in order for this one to continue to run, you want to see it break 259. So I'll put an alert there at or above 259. A lot of times these stocks will get a really nice break on a day, and then you want to, it might run for 2 or 3 days. Got to watch, but you obviously want to see it break above that, especially it's over a $0.50 amount there. So if it can kind of hold above that, that'd be a nice play. Again, be careful around $3. All right, TRXC, that was one I was looking at before. Ooh, that's kind of like a inverse head and shoulders-ish, kind of like a head. It's a cup and a handle. You can see kind of almost a left shoulder, a right shoulder. Kind of broke out. I mean, it's close to $3. I'm going to see. I'm going to put it on there for right now. But I don't love it. Unless it breaks over $3. which then I would potentially love. Let me see here on the weekly again. Yeah, so that it's worth putting on there to keep an eye on. LBIX, nope. RT, ugh, no, don't like it. Linu, kind of this wedge triangle pattern. It's kind of tough to trade these. When you see all these wicks, it's so easy to get trapped up in these wicks. When you trade something, so a lot of people, so here's something, a tip to kind of look at. So some people will be like, should I get in above a wick or above the body? And I would say, that's a matter of your preference. But if you get in on something where it breaks above a body, you still have the wick to contend with, and there's lots of volatilities in these wicks. So ideally, you want to see it, like tomorrow, if it was to break, you'd want to see it get above this wick of 230. But then you got to be careful of these wicks at 239, 262, and like 320. There's all of these wicks. So with this one, I would say you'd want it above. It's so hard to trade these wicks because they can really easily trap you. So I'm not a huge fan of them. PN. This one might be breaking out of a potential downtrend. You'll see it went up and pulled back. Let's see what was the high of the day. 155. It rejected at 155. Where is 155? So if it can break that 155 area, this one might be a potential good one to watch for a breakout. And you'll see it rejected twice, and it was right below this 50 SMA coming down here. So 2 rejections, gotta watch it. You can those 2 rejections form this big cup pattern or a double top, but now it's trading sideways. So again, not a ton of volume, but it's one to watch to see if it can go and break that pattern. PN, ETRM. Look at that. That one snuck right up in there. So this one's definitely one to watch for a potential breakout and for a potential break up into the gap. Let's see if it breaks at or above 230. ETRM, known pump and dump. Look at this bending this down kind of sideways channel for a while. But if this breaks at 230 and goes up into the gap, it's a nice gap up into 315 to potentially watch. Sorry if I sound tired today, guys, because I am tired. I feel a little bit, not much energy, but look at that. So 9 kind of crossing over the 20. Close, again, above the EMAs, above the 50. This one definitely has some room to run. ETRM. IVITF. Kind of like a flag-ish pattern. Kind of a wedge. Let me see. It's moving a little funky. Let me go over to, I want to make sure that the ones that are on this watch list are good. They're not 5-cent spreads. Okay, that one got halted earlier. TRXC. Yep. PN. Not sure. ETRM. And SSW. All right, so those could all go on. So what do I think about this one? IVITF. This one I might like for a break, potentially above $1. It's right at that 200 SMA. I'd like to see it break $1.11, but then it's got this resistance to $1.17 up here. I don't love it, but it could run. Let me see. It's not a low floater. I'm gonna hold off right now. SIFI. Let's see here. Don't love it. HTGM. So look at these wicks everywhere. Wicks, wicks, wicks. Candle wicks everywhere. Easy traps. So have the crossover. Price is above the EMAs. You want to see it break. Well, that's an easy one to look at. 250. I want to see it again over the $0.50 amount. Be careful at 294. Still don't love this one, but might be continuation up. It is a low floater. So I would say at or above 251 for an alert. I don't like how it closed the day. I would like it to be at its highs more, so I might. It's one I don't love, but it might continue to run. XNET. So this one right there is, let's see here, 482, went up to 9. I want to see it break. I mean, $5, I want to see it break, but if you put it at 491, just be careful of resistance at $5. Want to see if it breaks that area. Let's see here. That's critical resistance for it to break. And so at or above 491. Not a ton of volume, but this would be a nice breakout if it can hold above, and you'll see, look, it closed right below. See that 479 area? So if it can break above that, it might be worth taking if you could get a position above there. But again, be careful of the wick area. So XNET would be nice. Ideally, you want to see it break above $5. AUDC, nice breakout here. After some consolidation, let me go over here. XNET. Let's see, AUDC. So AUDC had a nice breakout. Got to see if it's going to continue. Let me see. At or above 806. Let's see where that looks on the weekly. AUDC. On the weekly, let's take a look at the chart. It's breaking out on the weekly. Let's take a look on the monthly. I mean, it's breaking out really right on the month, or almost on the breakout on the monthly. That's a head and shoulders if you've never seen one right there, boy. If that can break above that 806, that's a nice break of a pattern. So you want to see it break above. You'll see left shoulder, head, right shoulder. If this can stay above this 806, that's a really nice break. If not, that's a head and shoulders failure. So AUDC, we'll put on the watch list. That's there. PRELF, nope. SFUN. Let's see. 410, 4. Nah. I mean, you could. It's got a super high float, so I'm not going to put that one on. VSI. Nah. Rad. No. NM. Possibly. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this one. So you see some Heavy resistance right at $2. A cup and handle forming right here, potentially going up. I want to see if it's going to break that. Let me see if... it is a high floater. So this is one you'd want to see if it's going to break $2. Again, that's a nice one to watch. I'm not going to put it on just because I'm just trying to save some room for the watch list, although it is holding its highs. We got a few more to go, so I'm not going to put it on. But again, if you want to trade it, traded it. If you get in above 190, be careful at $2, and obviously you want to see it hold $2 if it breaks. Whoa, look at that. Man, that's really not doing much anything, but it's like at this crazy wedge pattern forming here. It's already gone up, kind of come back down. It's got this, I mean, it could break out, but it's kind of, it's all over the place. No, I'm not going to put it on. But if you see it break 250, that might potentially run back up again. But you see just all these dojis and wicks, which I don't like. XCO, no, salt. Come on. All right. So this one's interesting. Let's take a look over here. SALT. Okay, it's a 5-cent spread. So nope, that answered my question. SORL. Flagging, it's got this wedge pattern. Potentially breaking out. Want to see it get above 541. EMA starting to pinch, turn around there. 7. Take a look at SORL. Not shortable. Let's see here. 521. So this is one to definitely potentially watch, and you see these, it's closing right above all the EMAs. They're starting to pinch and turn. This one could be one to look at for a potential reversal breakout. You want to see it also get above that 541, but really I'd put 550. Remove this one right here. So ideally you want to get in if it breaks above that 5. What is this? I'm going to move it to 521. So it breaks 521, but you got to be careful of that 539 as well. And then obviously 550. So there is some overhead resistance, but if it can break out and get above it, you know, you got to keep an eye on it. But it's a possible reversal happening, and it's a nice setup if it can break through these resistance areas. SORL, BW. Yeah, nope. Just a slow mover. I mean, it could slowly move and grind up, but I don't like it. TXMD, nope. VIPS, nope. SSW, already put on. GSAT, no. HBM, no. Let's do new highs, see if there's anything on here. On there, GPM, no. EWP, grow, stupid stock, garbage. Look at all those wicks. Let's try new yearly lows. See if there's anything on this. No. 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 I want to see if anything's really oversold for a possible reversal. Whoa, that's a mess. Nope. Okay. So that is for the daily watch list. All right. So with these swing trades, it's very important to realize is a lot of them are like potentially at yearly highs. Some of them might be overextended. So with a swing trade, they're very short term. You got to find your profit target. And if there's not an area above as resistance showing you resistance, maybe you want to wait for a pullback to get a reentry, or you might want to sell at its peak. So if you were to get in on the break of one of these candles, if it turns around and reverses, you want to be careful and get out. So you'll see ESNT was on the watch list. It broke over this critical yearly high today and went up from 41.70. Let's see what the alert was. ESNT at or above 41.72. And it went up to 42.64. That's almost a dollar move today. So that's really good. Now you want to be careful on something like that because that's, but it's still holding its highs. So this is looking still good because it's still holding its highs towards the end of the day. But you want to be careful now. You want to see it go and break 42.64. And if it doesn't, then you want to be careful because now, so 42.64 would be the new level. Let's see, 42.64. So that's still one to keep on watch, but you want to be careful. If it doesn't stay above 42.64, it could easily fall back down to 41.70. So you want to see it stay above that 42.64, and if it breaks below that, get the heck out because it could easily fall right back down here. So you could either wait and risk before it to break and go above here to continue, or wait for it to fall back down, retest this area of resistance, which is now support, and see if it bounces. So ESNT is still in play, but that's where you got to decide. It is overextended a bit. You want to see if it's going to pull back or if it's going to continue up. NRG, same thing, broke out. Now you want to see it break 26.68 if it's going to continue. 26.68. Or, let's see here. So this one's not as overextended necessarily as this ESNT. It's also not, it's a very high floater, so it might be a slow mover, a slow grinder up. So obviously if it breaks 26.68, if it doesn't hold, you might want to consider getting out or knowing that 26.23, that's a critical area of support. So basically it's just you get in at the break of this candle. If it breaks down, you would get out, but now it kind of formed another high. It's holding its highs towards the end of the day. Now you want to see if it's going to continue upwards. And if it breaks down, obviously get out. You can see it's still potentially breaking out even more on the weekly. So this one definitely still has some room to go. HSC. So this one, how do I feel about this one? This one's still going at pullback right at $22. Where is the, it is still grinding up. Let me see if it's on the monthly. I mean, it's still grinding up. This one could continue upwards, but obviously now pull back right at $22, which is that whole dollar amount. Kind of a doji candle, so that's very easy to do on risk. So basically, if it gets above $22, you might take it long using $22 as your stop. That's really easy risk management. PSTG, same thing. It's kind of got this almost this inverse head and shoulders, kind of this left shoulder, head, right shoulder, potential breakout. You want to see it hit 1635. You'll see 1, 2, almost 3 times. It's trying to hit that marker and it hasn't broke it. So it's definitely easy level to see break, meaning like if it breaks above 1635, you might want to take it long. If it breaks below that, you might want to get out or not take the trade. Let me see where it is on the weekly. Still forming up on the weekly. It's still heading up nicely. So again, another one, just continue to watch it. Let's go and do some potential new ones, see what's out there. All right. Don't like it. FCX, KW. Let's see, 1977. Don't love it. DAN. Potential breakout. Let's see where it is for the weekly. Man, that's really good. Man, it's at all. See, that's the problem with something like this. There's nowhere to see like any potential resistance area. So it's really, well, it's overextended on the, yeah, I'm not going to, I mean, it can break out, but see, there's nowhere after 29.16, there's really nowhere to see for resistance. So it's kind of tough to trade that. So I'm not going to put it on. Halo. Nope. KORS. That one's potential right here. 62, 72. So this one has a potential for a nice breakout at 48. And sometimes it's hard to get these. Like it doesn't add up like completely. That 48, I say 48.72. If that can break 48.72, this thing could really run up to, I mean, obviously you want to be careful around $50. Yeah, there's definitely some resistance around $50, but that could be a really nice run, nice breakout area. So KORS, I'm going to put at or above 48.72. That could be a nice breakout. So obviously be careful on $50, but that could be at least a dollar move up. You can see kind of flagging, kind of with a potential breakout, double top area. So yeah, we'll put KORS. LUK. Yep, LUK. Now that's looks like an inverse head and shoulders right here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Got a baseline right here at that 25.72. Definitely has some room to grow, room to go up. So that looks pretty nice. 28.72. LUK. PWR, no. BZUN, no. PE, nope. BAX, 63.65. Potential 9 and 20 crossing over. Finish towards its highs. That's a nice one right here. So we will put, I can't get it like right above that. That drives me crazy. So we'll put create an alert at 63.71. Be careful right up here at the yearly highs. Right around that 64.50, 64.75 area. But this thing could get run. So you can see the EMAs are starting to pinch, potential breakout. Obviously you want to see it break above up here, but if you're buying stock on it, if it breaks above the 63.71 area, you'd want to get out. This is like if it breaks above here, that's your stop. But, you know, if you're buying options, maybe you get in if it breaks above here and you sell when it hits towards a peak, and then get a re-entry if it goes to potentially re-break. But this is a nice sign here with the EMA's pinching potential breakout. BAX, PPC, no. COP, no. SYY, no. I mean, it is still going upwards, but I'm not going to put that one on. HRB, no. IP, no. POT, nope. PG, nope. INVH, no. But that's a nice wet. So that, well, hold on. This one I might change my mind on. So right here, you can see this kind of like this wedge pattern right here. EMAs are pinching. Man, that could be a nice one if, let me see here. Draw a study line, tools. Let's see here. I mean, that could be nice breakout. See that? That like kind of, that's a really nice potential breakout area. I want to see it break at 22. Man, it's got that consolidation right here. This one's definitely one to keep an eye on. I would put the alert probably right around that 2283. Let me see here if I can put a, if I can break that anywhere right above here. See, this area here, you want to see it break above here. So I think I'd put an alert 2283. That could be a really nice breakout if it does. You see that nice triangle pattern? So INVH, definitely one to watch. INVH. So like on these swing trade ones, you're going to see a lot more patterns per se. So on the day trade ones, you're going to see patterns for sure. But on these swing trade ones, these higher price ones, they're like even more prevalent. So you got to really pay attention to these because they could really break out when they do. But that's just an obvious, look at that obvious almost symmetrical triangle here. You can see, let me do this here. Kind of say almost like, see that? Look at that. So it's like right in that symmetrical triangle area. So, and you can see it's touching the base here, touching the base, touching the top, touching the top. It's either going to break out or it's going to break down. But it just, man, that looks like it's firing off, ready to go. So, you know, obviously you could potentially get in above that 2280 marker. It seems like it's like having a tough time. But I just went up to this candle right here to 2283. But look at that perfect wedge. That looks unbelievable for potential breakout. RIO, no. MMC, no. OHI, nah. KHC, no. CHD, TD, CA, AMH, HRL, BG, SFM, no. Let's take a look if any of these HB, KW, HDP, BAX. Did I have that one on there? Yep. BBL, nope. STNG, PG, MET. This one's interesting. zoom in here. This one, yeah. No, it's getting close. If it can get above that 50 SMA area, it could run. So this one could run if it gets above that area. BRX and no. So, all right, that's the watch list. My head is spinning. I'm tired here today. But it's a couple nicer ones on these swing trade watch lists. Again, so now when we do these watch lists, right? It's really the same concept whether you're doing day trading or swing trading. Once you get in above a certain level, that level then becomes support. So all of these that you see here, right? 259, if price breaks above this, you can potentially get in. Obviously, you want to see patterns, whatever patterns forming. You want to look at level 2 time and sale, see what's happening intraday with volume, all of that. But if you take a position, if it breaks below that area, it's now get out, you know. Especially on something like this with a long candle wick. Sometimes you'll get fake outs with a 1 or 2 minute candlestick below and then it reverses. Again, that's where you got to look at the charts. Let's see, 3, 6, 9. So again, if price went and breaks above 305, then, you know, that's now support. So if it breaks above, that's now a support area. If it breaks below it, get out. Or at least $3, definitely at a whole dollar amount. Same thing on these swing trades. If you get in, some of them are at yearly highs, right? So you'll see this one right here, PSTG. You know, if you're trading shares, then maybe you can stay in a little bit longer. If you get in above 1635 and you want to continue riding it, obviously, you know, that 1635 would be your stop. If you buy options, make sure you give yourself enough time. You might want to consider taking profit if it breaks this area because you don't know how much further it's going to go up. You can look at, again, the charts and kind of see some of these resistance areas. 1627, maybe look at $17 or $18, kind of go from there. But meaning like take your profit once you have it, you can always get your reentry. So again, just really drumming it in your head, when price breaks above a certain resistance level, that resistance level now becomes support. And if price breaks below that support area, that's a huge warning to potentially get out. You got to look at everything that's happening intraday, though. You got to look at the charts to confirm it. But again, you know, it's better to get shaken out with a really, you know, low stop. And, you know, even if it reverses on you, you can always find reentry rather than, you know, holding too long and really losing out on that trade. So again, if you have not liked our fan page on Facebook, type in Bullish Bears, come down here, like and follow our fan page. We post all our updates over here. We post our, where is it here? Our trade ideas, pre-market movers, and Benzinga movers here. Again, I say this in every video. There is nothing more, like one of the most important tools that you can have is a live scanner. Trade Ideas is the best. It's a little pricey, around $100 or so a month. It's worth it. And if you're going to become a good trader, whether you're a swing trader or day trader, it doesn't matter. You need to have a really good professional live scanner. It's one of the most important tools that you can ever have. We did partner with Trade Ideas to get you a 15% discount. So make sure you click on this referral link. It's very important. Don't go to Trade Ideas directly. Click on our referral link, then enter the promo code BullishBears15 to get your discount. Obviously, you need to click on our affiliate link to get the discount. Plus, it also helps us as well to continue to grow. But Trade Ideas, it's the best. We couldn't live without Trade Ideas. And just to reiterate again, a watch list, like for instance, this one from this weekend going into today. You don't know what's going to happen. You know, it's tough. Couple like watch lists. When you go from the weekend into Monday, sometimes it's very difficult to gauge. And then a lot of times with Thursday going into Friday can be a challenge as well. So that's why, you know, going into the weekends, I'd be very hesitant to take a swing trade going into the weekend. So I'd be very hesitant to hold through the weekends. And again, that's why you don't know when you're making these watch lists. You know, the watch list has been rocking lately with the alerts, but then the past couple days, there was a couple days last week, and then today, they're like, they kind of trade sideways, not much, doing much of anything. And that's why you want trade ideas, because trade ideas will find the stocks that are moving. There's always something moving on trade ideas. So that's why having a live scanner is super important. And Benzinga as well. Again, a little bit pricey, but it's an awesome newswire service. It's one of the best in the industry. So they get the news. So kind of, again, just reiterating how this works. When a company releases news, right? It's breaking, it hits the news wires, all the different news wires. Those news wires put out, the news. So you can see, whatever, let's say GIB, you have news, right? So that news is going to go out to the different news wires. Traders are going to see it, and then they're going to react. They're going to pull up the charts and see, okay, is this something worth getting into? Then if it is, then you'll see the different traders start to, people start to go in there, they start getting their positions. And what is that doing? It's creating volume. And what happens when a stock creates more volume? It then hits the scanners. So the more people that buy creates volume, more volume hits the scanners, and what happens there? The scanners, it goes on people's scanners, more people know about it, and potentially brings more people in. So that's why Benzinga is a huge complement to trade ideas, because you can catch news when it hits Benzinga and before it hits trade ideas, so they're a huge complement to each other. So Benzinga, if you want to pick up Benzinga, we get you a 25% discount. There is no affiliate link. You go to Benzinga directly and type in Bullish Bears, all lowercase letters. So again, they're both kind of pricey, but if you want to become a good trader, you're going to need tools. That there's no way around it. It's important to have, especially, like if you're electrician. I'm terrible at if you want to build a house, right? You need good hammer, good tools, whatever. I'm terrible at my analogies, but my point being is in any profession, you need good tools to become successful. If you want to become a good trader, you want good tools, and trade ideas and Benzinga are two of the best, one of the best newswire sources and the best scanner that's out there. Again, if you are new to trading and you don't have any money, then don't pick them up right now. But if you're really ready to get serious, definitely pick them up. Pick them up from us. It helps us out. We'd appreciate it. Plus, we get you discounts. All right. So again, make sure you like and follow our fan page. And if you haven't been over to our website yet, make sure you click the banner here to subscribe to our daily watch list. We send them out by email every night. We try at least every night. We also do have our trade room up here. Make sure you click here and enter our trade room. And this is where we also send out our trade alerts. So not only do we give you a trade room up here where you can shadow a few hundred people, talk, interact. We talk about the trades we're potentially looking to get into. We also send out the trade alerts every night. We do day trade alerts and we do swing trade alerts. Again, those are not buy recommendation. Those are buy signals, and then you decide whether you're going to get into the trade or not. So again, we've been saying this, it's better for you to make a decision on where you're going to enter and exit a trade rather than us telling you where to get in and get out, because if you rely upon us to tell you when to buy and sell a stock, you are never going to succeed as a trader. I hate to sound harsh, but all those trade alert services, they're garbage. They're never going to help you as a trader, and they're making you dependent on their service, and it's not helping you as a trader. If you want to become a good trader, there's no other way around hard work, making hundreds of practice trades over a course of 6 months to a year plus, and just constantly practicing, shadowing other people in trade rooms, watching hundreds of hours of YouTube videos on charts and patterns and candlesticks and support and resistance. If you're looking for another way and you're like, hey, I don't have time to do that, I want to buy a trade alert service, I hate to say it, you're probably going to fail as a trader. Not to sound doom and gloom, but there's no other way around hard work to become a good trader. Whether it's a swing trader, whether it's a day trader, it doesn't matter. It takes hard work, and that's what we're trying to help you to do. Is we're trying to empower you to become good traders, to teach you how to become a good trader. We're giving you the community of support behind on the back end, and we're giving it all for free. We are not membership based right now. So that's, huge. That's why we rely heavily on donations. So basically, you can come into our community, learn how to become a good trader, watch our videos, join our trade room, practice with our trade alerts. We set you up for success. but you need to do the work and put that work in. So again, we're able to be honest and open with you guys like that. Would it be better for us to call out trade alerts? Of course. You know, if Dan and I and Tim get into trades and we start calling them out into the trade room and we already have our positions and you come in after us, obviously we're going to have an earlier exit or entry and an earlier exit than you. It's going to be make us more money to do that, but we don't want to hurt you as a trader. We want to help you, and that's why everything we're offering and providing to you. Again, we could charge easily $150 a month for our trade alerts, our watch lists, our trade rooms, everything we offer our community, but we don't. We do everything for free, and that's why, again, we are donation based. If you click on this donate button over here, we have donations for those that say, hey, listen, I would love to donate to you guys. I love what you guys are offering, but I don't really, I got to make some money first. Well, the good news is we have donation options for as low as $25 a month, $10 a month. That's a cost of 1 to 2 trades a month. So we make it affordable for everybody. And along the way, when you start to see more value in us, you can always upgrade and give us more money. Obviously, if we're helping you make money as a trader, it's like kind of like you would do with any church or charity or political organization. You donate to the companies and the people you believe with, kind of like believe in. Kind of like the YouTubers out there. If you like your favorite YouTuber, they always ask for donations. If you like your favorite political figure, whether it's Bernie or Trump or Hillary, it doesn't matter. Obviously, those are all millionaires and billionaire people. They don't need your money, but you still donate to them anyway. Why? It's a political affiliation. It's a cause. Why do you go to church and why do you donate to a church? You're helping that church grow. Same thing with us. Again, we are donation based. In order for us to stay that way, we need people's donations, and we need lots of people's donations to do that. If we don't receive the donations, then eventually we're going to charge membership fees. So that's really, I say that at the end of every video so it doesn't come as a surprise to anybody. We need everybody's donations to continue to grow. Otherwise, again, we'll be membership based on the road, which we don't want to do, by the way. We don't want to be membership based. We're trying to be different. Again, make sure you follow us on social media. All of our links are over here. If you need coaching, Dan does some awesome targeted coaching. That's really the only thing we charge for. Our rates are extremely reasonable. We're not looking to take your money. We're looking to help you as a trader, but obviously, you got to pay for one-on-one time. So Dan and Tim are awesome coaches. So if you were like, hey, wow, this is great stuff and you need more help, just come over here to the coaching tab, inquire, and Tim and Dan will reach out to you. They are awesome at one-on-one coaching, as well as we have all our courses over here, a couple $1,000s worth of courses for free. We have some awesome merchandise if you'd like to support us. If you like our logo or our Bullish Bears logo, our writing, our Hope is Real slogan, you can check out our merchandise store over here. And pretty much last but not least, make sure that you follow us on Twitter over here. Sometimes you get quicker updates on Twitter than you will on Facebook. So make sure you follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell. Watch our videos, like our videos, share them, comment on them. We are obviously blowing up, lots of people following us. So again, we're doing our best to constantly help you guys, help you to become better traders. But, again, there's nothing more important than putting in the work and the effort. If you're looking for a quick fix and people to just tell you what trades to get in and out of, we would not be the place to do that. But we'd highly suggest that you don't go to those places, not because they're bad, not because they're doing anything wrong, but it will hurt you as a trader. The only way, and I'll stress this until as much just to really drill it into your head, I'd rather have you not trade and save your money than blow your money into a trade service and not become a good trader, because that is the greatest and easiest way to fail in the industry, is if you don't do the work yourself. It takes lots of time, but that's why we're here to help you. We created a huge community, give you lots of support. Now we leave it in your hands if you want to take advantage of it. So happy trading tomorrow, guys, and we'll see you in the community. Enjoy.